Anyway, I just want to say, hey, what's up? How you doing? Hi, everybody. This is off on Mondays, and this is C'est La Vie. Why? Because that's life. And I just want to drop some little tidbits and some good little jewels or whatever you want to call it. I want to talk about those who overthink and tend to overthink all the time. Just wanted to let you know that it's okay. I was not having insomnia for about a month now, almost two. And it was because I was just thinking so much about one, starting this YouTube page. And I'm just gonna be honest with you, I've been thinking about doing a YouTube channel for the longest, and I'm watching all these channels and all these people talking about what to say, what to do, what to pick. Make sure you pick this, make sure you pick that. You can get new content and put this here, you can get that there, and it's gonna take years. And I just said, you know what, it was just a little bit overwhelming. And then I thought, what am I going to talk about? And I just said, you know what? I talk to myself all the time anyway because I am my own consultant. And so I just said I might as well just go ahead and drop this here. And then what I also was going to do is just not edit it and just keep it going and just see how it goes and not worry so much about editing it. But I will have thumbnails though. And just going about the business there. Also, as you can see, you see all this here? I was trying to figure out how to look and get on myself in the camera. And I'm like, this is just life. This is why I call it C'est La Vie, because that's life. This is just how it is. And we ain't all gonna look all glitzery and glamoury all the time. You know that people sometimes, we just who we are. We're just human beings. We're just people. Behind all that glitz and glamour and stuff and all that little razzle dazzle, it's just us, period. And hopefully though, once I catch up on my sleep, I can get rid of all this here, because I'm telling you, all these right here is not what's up. I just let it be. Consistency and dedication. See, normally I would have the little words in here, and I don't, because I'm not going to edit it, which now I'm thinking about it, I'm like, man, that would be so good. And I'm going to see how much editing I can do in YouTube. Anywho, though, so I told myself that I was going to be consistent into uploading videos to YouTube. And then once I do that, I'm going to eat my meal. I'm going to watch me some TV and prepare myself to go to bed and be consistent in doing, and be dedicated. There we go. I'm going to be dedicated into doing that. Being dedicated to getting up, doing the YouTube, eating my meal, watching TV, going to sleep, and being dedicated to that. Now, consistent in doing it, I don't know if I can be consistent in doing that, but I can be consistent in saying that I will upload a video to YouTube. Consistency, though, for me, is saying, you know what? I'm going to upload it every day. Every day I'm going to do this until I get to the point where I don't have to do it and I can just do it and set it up. Because I tried to set it up for Thursdays and Sundays, but I'm like, that's not going to work. You know what? I'm just going to go ahead and I'm just going to shoot on my iPhone, and I'm just going to take it out there and put it out there in the universe. And I believe when you're genuine and when you're authentic and when you 100% real, people will respect you more. The whole time, publicity. I what it is with P's and L's and E's, I promise you I can't. But something just said, pick up your iPhone and just talk to it. And just talk to the people, just talk to the world. Like someone's listening. And I know that someone is listening. And what I wanted to just harp on too is to let you know to go out there and to do that. And we can uplift each other, uplift one another. We don't have to tear each one down. And I know people are going to be in the comments and they're going to be doing whatever it is that they can. But I'm sorry that, you know, you're like that. I'm sorry that people allowed you to get away with thinking that you can say whatever that you want. And that reminds me, I know somebody, or I knew somebody, I'm going to put it this way. I knew somebody who thought it was okay to say whatever it is that they wanted to say. However, when you get back, you ever dealt with somebody, though, seriously, where, okay, so you probably had enough. They probably been saying it, and you probably been like, that's not cool, that's not funny. And then they'll be
just joking. Oh, you just taking it too seriously. Oh, you need to just chill. You are just too serious. You are easily offended.
Let me tell you that. No, you're not easily offended. You knew you said something that was out of pocket, that was out of line. And to make yourself feel better, you're going to try to bring me down to your level when I just got you right together. Just want to let you know, always stand up for yourself. And if a person get on you because you finally stood up for yourself, that should say a lot about that person. Because now they don't feel big and bad and bold because whoever they was talking to, that little bitty sheep turned out to be wolf. And now they sheep. You know what I'm saying? What I'm talking about? And I'm saying that because it would happen all the time. And I was even told that I was temperamental. And I'm thinking of the people that would tell me that I was temperamental. And I'm like, how am I temperamental when you being mad disrespectful? And I just been quiet. And then now you coming at me and I don't want to deal with your mess. And sometimes, you ignore it. Sometimes, it's not, if you can't say nothing nice, don't say it at all. And then sometimes you got to tell people, hey, now. And then when they see that you're not joking, they want to go on and say, what's wrong with you? You on your period? I don't even get one. So that ain't it. Come again. However, there is an however. That you ever deal with that though? You ever had that before when you try to put somebody in their right mind, in their right place, in a respectful way, and they come at you like you stole their puppy? And I realized that, gee, some of the stuff that come out your mouth ain't really healthy. Some of the stuff that come out your mouth whole time ain't really uplifting. Like, it's not cool, and it's toxic. And you can be in a relationship, even if it's friends, male, female, cat, or dog, or whatever. If you are in a relationship any way it goes and there's no growth, or that person is always saying something negative, and I know somebody that when they speak on something, it's always something negative. They always, and I'm not saying that sometimes somebody can be like, man, it could be winter outside. It can be like, it is beautiful outside today. And, the other person may say,
what do you mean beautiful? It is like 0 degrees outside.
I ain't talking about that. I'm talking about when it's just like, man, it is beautiful outside today.
Yeah, it was beautiful, all right. I almost slipped and broke my neck today.
Like, why are you so morbid? That's morbid. Sometimes you got to check your friends and check yourself with that. I'm just speaking on that. I'm just babble talking right now. And it just really occurred to me, like, I had to let that person go. And it just really offended me. And it wasn't the first time. And that's the type, how I am, is I let stuff pile up. And by the time I say something, it's like, 0 to 60. But you offended me, though. And people want to say, you can't be offended unless you take offense. But if you're offended, if someone was to tell you, man, your breath stank, and it stank, hey, yeah, you're right, I got to get some gum. But, I mean, if it's something that's, it has... What I'm talking about offense, when someone offends you, I ain't talking about something that's mediocre. I'm not like, hey, bro, here's some gum. Thanks for looking out for me. But if it's something that's personal, like, for instance, for me, I had a hysterectomy and I can't have children. Now, a person had made a joke. They had said something about, having a child. And I was like, whoa. My joke was, this is how the joke went, okay? It was like, well, you can come over to my house and I'll be with my husband and whatever. It was just something that went totally, it was like, wasn't even, I don't even know how it got there. And the response was, well, okay, wow, that hurt. Well, at least, I'll be over with my baby. And I'm like, that's harsh. That is harsh as hell. Like, that is something, that's just like if a person was molested and you go and you tell that person, y'all joking around, and you be like, well, that's why your dumps got molested by someone. And if you were molested, I'm here to let you know that it is not your fault and that you are a survivor. You are no longer a victim, because I am a survivor of a molestation. I am a survivor of mental abuse, physical abuse, and all that. So if I speak on something, it's because I'm 100% been there. homosexual relationships, anything, almost anything that you can think of. I've been there. God saved me. I got to say that. There's some stories that I have for y'all that I can say, man, I was like blown away. You know what I'm saying? With some of the stuff that he saved me from. And we'll get into that later on, but we'll talk about this now because my time is almost up. I'm trying to shoot for at least 30 minutes. 30 minutes. That's what I'm trying to shoot for. But anyway, so with this person that I was in, plus that gave me time for my food to cook too. See how I'm doing that? Two things at once. I'm doing this here for 30 minutes. It takes 30 minutes for my food to cook. And then I'm going to sit down and watch me some TV for about hour or two, maybe. And then put myself in the bed. All right. And that, I'm telling you, I don't even have to edit this. I'm just going to upload it and there it go. If you have a topic that you would like to talk about, put it in the comments. And while you put it in the comments, like, subscribe, and comment, and share stories. You know, let's share stories. Share a topic that you would like to talk about that we can talk about together. Because I can be your big sister and whatnot. And just know that it's all love here. It's all genuine love. It's peace, blessings, and prosperity. Peace, blessing, and positivity. That's all we're going to do, and that's what we're going to wrap today. All right? I even went on and put on a shirt. I had on my pajama shirt and stuff like that because I'm like, it's just going to be from the top down. That's it. I'm just 100% just going to keep it raw and keep it real. This is how it is for real. And the spots that you see here, I know I'm going off topic though, but I have neurofibromatosis. I believe I'm saying that right. And I might put it in the description there because I got iPhone, so I'm going to do my iPhone editor. And I'm backtracking off here, but I guess this is where God leading me to. And so I have, I had a learning disability, and it was just hard. It was hard for me, for real, as a child growing up, with seeing and spelling and things like that. Like, anybody who has NF, then you truly understand what it is. Like with the cafe au lait spots, these here, all that right there. So I'm sharing this because somebody who's watching this right now, they understand. So see all that? You can get the moles. My mother has the moles. However, I have the flat spots. My mother would tell me that I'm blessed because you can have moles all over the body. And I know some people who has moles all over the body. I'm not going to get into the specifics of that. Look it up. Today, I guess that's a little thing that you can drop in on there. Because when I was growing up, people would look at me and say, what is all this here? Anyway, so the joke was made. Okay, so the joke was made about this person having children and coming over. And I was like, wow, that was just wrong. And they was like, well, you talked to mommy, you being married. Being married, not being able to have kids. Being married, not being able to have kids. I didn't truly understand that. Sometimes people just take it too far. You know who you hang around with. Know their family, know their background, even if they friends. Still, be careful who you invite into your element. This is your element. All this is my element. I'm very careful who I invite into my element. If I'm with someone and I don't feel right, or it's a gut instinct that God gave us, I'm going to back myself up and disassociate myself from the situation. Now, I may overthink sometimes, and I may say to myself, okay, I'm doing this a little bit too much. However, though, that's just something I have to deal with. So that's what I'm working on today. So back to the original thing at hand, getting those negative Nancys out of your life and negative Nates, okay? Examine your friends. Sit back and really think. The last time you had a conversation with that person, was anything that they said to you positive? Was anything that came out of their mouth something that that helped you to grow as a friendship? Was anything that they said to you, was it something you could be like, that was really, I really love this person, okay? And we can go about love, and love does not hurt. Let me tell you that. Love does not hurt. Love is a beautiful, wonderful thing. So anybody who told you that love hurts, they can go poo-poo. We're going to get all the negative Nancys and all the negative Nates out there. We're going to examine ourselves. We're going to examine our friendships, even examine our families, because it could be people in our families too that can trigger those emotions. Have to understand and come to know is that, once again, as I said before, Get rid of those negative Nancys and get rid of those negative Nates, those passive Patties, and those passive Pauls, or let's say Pete. Let's get rid of those out of our lives and actually sit down. I really want you to sit down and think the last conversation you had with a person. What was that conversation about, and was it causing growth, or was it discord? When you got off the phone with that person, or when you was with them with your mask on, because being COVID now, and you had your just hand sanitizer on. When you left, did you leave feeling whole, or did you leave feeling like what the... So that's just something that I really want you to put into your spirit, and I really want you to really think about. And it's just been really dawned upon me to really think about that. I mean, you can still love them, but love them from a distance. I cannot live my life expecting everyone to feel the way that I feel. If I want to be an expressive person and show this person that I'm a genuine person, but they don't want to, it's not my job to do that. My job is to continuously be me and who I am. Things that was taken away and I gave away, and I've tried so hard to explain, and you don't have to explain yourself. Stop explaining yourself. It's okay to say no. If you want some me time, I remembered, and I'm coming down to a couple of minutes here, that I was so tired. I wanted to get up and I wanted to do this because I felt like I owed it to people. And I got this extra time here, and I should be out seeing people because I got this extra time. But I don't owe nobody nothing, and nobody owes me anything. You got to have that mindset. So remember that, okay? So while I wrap things up, I just want to let you know that you are good enough, you're well enough, and that you should also know that if it's not growing, if it's not causing growth, cut it off. Cut it off at the root. Now, I just want to let you know this, that remember that if you limit yourself, you limit your possibilities. And if you do nothing, you are nothing. Be active and go for what you know. Go for the gusto. And know I'm here rooting for you. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Comment in the bottom and let me know what you want to talk about next. I'm C. Nicole. This is C La Vie. Off on Mondays, and I'm out.